Empress, please follow us. I summoned you after that battle we had here.
Yes, you summoned her, and bound her, and now she's following us around like some imperious lost puppy. I'm still not entirely convinced this was your wisest decision, John.
Worthless insect.
I think that she's fine. I won't judge her, but she helped us and she are willing to continue helping us.
So, we're just going to gloss over the fact that your fine daedric servant called you a worthless insect right after agreeing to help. An interesting definition of fine you've got there. But who am I to judge? I suppose as long as she keeps killing things that try to kill us, we can overlook the occasional insult.
I know that you would like her eventually, Serana, my dear.
Like is such a strong word for how I feel about your daedric pet. Let's call it tolerating with extreme caution. Though, I must admit, there is something oddly entertaining about watching a servant of Clavicus Vile follow you around like an obedient hound. Just remember who's really holding the leash in that arrangement.
I think that Empress probably don't like to hear you calling her pet, and she isn't obedient all time. I have to tell her that she have her limits.
Oh, I'm sure her Imperial Daedric Majesty has many limits. And you're right, she's not a pet. Pets are generally loyal and occasionally affectionate. She's more like an expensive, temperamental weapon that might turn on its wielder at any moment.
Nice ambush. How many was them? 4 or 5?
6, actually. 3 Forsworn, 3 Imperials. The counting of corpses is apparently as challenging for you as the pronunciation of names. Though I must commend your archery. Those ice arrows were almost elegant. Almost.
Halt.
As you command, though I find it disappointing to leave such a performance unfinished. Imperials may prove useful alive, I suppose. Their gratitude might serve us better than their corpses.
You know, when you are obedient and listen to my commands, it's very arousing to hear that. I mean, it's very tempting to hear that you ask me what to do and then you follow that.
Do not mistake obedience for submission, mortal. I follow because it amuses me, for now. Perhaps one day I shall teach you the difference between commanding me and truly earning my allegiance. The former is simple magic.
Would you allow me to pet you a little after that nice fighting?
You wish to pet me, like some prized mare after a successful hunt? How quaint. Very well. Since you had the decency to ask rather than presume, I shall permit a brief touch. Consider it a reward for your competent archery. But be warned, should your hands wander where they do not belong, I shall remove them from your wrists. Permanently. Now, where do you intend to place those mortal fingers of yours?
Don't worry, I didn't touch any of your private areas, not like that. In public, of course.
In public, you say? How interesting that you specify the location rather than the act itself. Your mortal mind wanders to forbidden territories even as you deny such intentions. Very well, you may. Touch my shoulder or perhaps my hair. Brief reward for your service. Though I find your preoccupation with physical contact rather telling. Daedric flesh is not meant for casual handling. It is meant to be earned.
You were very good today. I want to praise you a little, you know, but I know that you are, of course, a daedric creature without these motives to hear that.
Praise? How delightfully mortal of you. As if your approval could possibly matter to one who has witnessed the rise and fall of empires. And yet, I find myself not entirely displeased by your recognition. Strange. Perhaps your binding spell affects me more deeply than I care to admit. Or perhaps I simply enjoy the sound of truth, even from lips as limited as yours. Continue your praise if you must. I shall tolerate it. For now.